In 2022, something quietly remarkable happened. Millions of people began talking, not just to each other, but to machines. ChatGPT became a household name, and with it, a new question emerged. Why do some people get amazing results from AI, while others struggle? The answer? Prompt engineering. It's the art and science of communicating with AI, and it's quickly becoming one of the most valuable skills of the 21st century. But what exactly is prompt engineering? Why does it matter? And how can you master it? Let's break it down. The interface revolution. For decades, humans learned to speak the language of machines. Code. Prompt engineering flips the paradigm. Now, machines are learning to understand our language. But here's the twist. Natural language might be easier to speak, but it's hard to speak well. Anyone can type a question into ChatGPT, but crafting prompts that get reliable, insightful, and creative results, that's a skill. Prompt engineering is how we unlock the full potential of large language models, LLMs, like GPT-4, Claude, Gemini, and more. It's not just about asking. It's about asking with intention. The first prompt engineer. To understand this field, we need to go back to the earliest AI whisperers, people like Gwern Branwen, who used GPT-2 to write poetry and fiction before the public knew it existed. He discovered that structure mattered, tone mattered, even punctuation could change the output. Fast forward to today, and companies are hiring prompt engineers with six-figure salaries, not to build models, but to guide them. Their job? Coax out intelligence. Why prompt engineering matters. Large language models are like talented interns. They're knowledgeable, fast, and fluent, but easily confused if your instructions are unclear. The quality of your results depends on the clarity of your prompt. Bad prompt, write an essay about climate change. Better prompt, write a 500-word persuasive essay about climate change's impact on coastal cities, using at least 3 scientific sources. Great prompt, act as a climate policy advisor. Draft a persuasive 500-word essay for a mayoral speech about how rising sea levels are affecting coastal cities, citing NOAA and UN climate data. Same model, different results. Prompt matters. Prompt engineering techniques. Here are some core strategies experts use. Role assignment. Framing the AI as a specific persona boosts accuracy. Act as a UX designer. Few-shot prompting. Providing examples helps the model mimic style and structure. Chain of thought. Asking the model to think step by step improves reasoning. Zero-shot prompting. Direct instruction without examples, useful for simple tasks. Instruction. Tuning awareness. Some models respond better to tasks phrased as polite instructions. Please summarize, while others prefer direct commands. The prompt becomes a script. The model becomes the actor. Your job? Be the director. Real-world applications. In law, prompt engineering helps lawyers extract summaries from 200-page contracts with specific legalese preserved. In marketing, it enables brand-consistent voice and tone across social media, email, and web content. In education, teachers design prompts that personalize learning, quiz students, or generate curriculum in seconds. In code, developers use prompts to write Python scripts, debug errors, and explain legacy code. Prompt engineering isn't just for hobbyists. It's transforming productivity in every knowledge field. Famous examples in action. Reid Hoffman, LinkedIn's co-founder, used prompt engineering to co-write an entire book with GPT-4. He refined prompts chapter by chapter, tuning tone, structure, citations. It wasn't automation, it was collaboration. In Silicon Valley, startups are built around prompt chains, sequenced instructions that turn AI into agents, able to search, plan, and execute. Every successful GPT-powered tool you've seen, it's powered by prompts, hundreds, even thousands, engineered with precision. Some prompting is programming. Prompt engineering is not just typing. It's cognitive programming. Instead of writing Python, you design dialogue. Instead of loops and variables, you use constraints and context. Every prompt is a function call. The input is your intention. The output is shaped by syntax, semantics, and structure. That's why prompt engineers think like designers and coders simultaneously. The rise of prompt frameworks. As prompt engineering matures, frameworks have emerged. React, reasoning plus acting. The model reasons before taking action. Cotton, chain of thought, breaks complex tasks into steps. RAG, retrieval augmented generation, injects live external data into prompts. Tree of thought. Models explore multiple reasoning paths before answering. These frameworks turn static prompts into dynamic systems. They're not tricks, they're architectures. The limitations. Prompt engineering isn't magic. LLMs can still hallucinate, misinterpret, overconfidently generate falsehoods. Prompting helps, but doesn't solve everything. That's why great prompt engineers test outputs, use fact-checking tools, and always combine human judgment with machine fluency. Where it's going. In the future, prompt engineering may look like graphical prompt builders, memory-aware AI interactions, personalized prompt libraries, teams of AI agents, each with role-specific prompts. But the core will remain. The ability to shape machine behavior through thoughtful language. Prompting is becoming a universal interface. Those who master it won't just use AI, they'll orchestrate it. So, what is prompt engineering? It's not just how we talk to AI, it's how we teach it to think. It's part psychology, part design, and part logic. It's the bridge between human creativity and machine intelligence. And in the age of AI, it may be the most important language we'll ever learn. From hackers to mainstream, the community behind the craft. In the early days of GPT-3, a small army of Reddit users, Discord moderators, and indie hackers quietly explored the edges of what prompts could do. They discovered that a single phrase, "take a deep breath," could dramatically improve reasoning. That "let's work this out step by step" triggered better logic. They weren't developers. They were explorers. Soon, forums like OpenAI's Playground, GitHub prompt libraries, and prompt engineering guidebooks appeared. Tools like Prompt Layer and LangChain emerged to help manage complex prompt systems. Communities formed around prompt literacy. The idea that in an AI-first world, the ability to communicate with machines is a form of power. Prompt engineering as a career. By 2023, the role of prompt engineer began appearing on LinkedIn. Anthropic-listed roles paying up to $335,000 a year. Companies realized you don't need to build the model. You just need to speak to it well. Prompt engineers now collaborate with product teams, developers, and data scientists to fine-tune interaction flows, build AI agents, and ensure tone, compliance, and efficiency. At startups, one great prompt engineer can replace 3 roles. At enterprises, prompt tuning can save millions in support costs or hours in research. Prompt literacy in schools. Educators are catching on. Some universities now offer courses in prompt design, integrated into writing, computer science, and design programs. Teachers are using prompts to enhance learning, not replace it. Students use AI to brainstorm ideas, outline essays, test logic problems, and explore historical analysis. But they also learn how to ask better questions. Because in the age of AI, inquiry is a superpower. And why prompt engineering is here to stay. Critics argue that prompt engineering is just a temporary skill, that models will get so good we won't need to guide them. But the opposite is happening. As models grow more powerful, the need for intentionality grows too. You don't prompt AI to answer trivia. You prompt it to collaborate, reason, and align. Even as models evolve, human prompts will shape how they interpret ethics, empathy, and nuance. Prompt engineering isn't fading. It's scaling into every industry, every tool, every interface. So the next time someone asks, "What is prompt engineering?" tell them this. It's how we design the behavior of intelligence, using only words. It's how we program machines, with prose. It's the language of the AI age, and learning to speak it fluently, that might just be your edge in the future. The future of prompt engineering. As AI evolves into multi-agent systems, AIs that collaborate, reason, and act. Prompt engineering will transform from single-line queries to structured dialogues. Engineers won't just write instructions. They'll define roles, design workflows, and build systems of interacting intelligences. This shift gives rise to prompt ops, a discipline focused on managing, testing, and optimizing prompts at scale. Teams will measure prompt effectiveness, version instruction flows, and build libraries of reusable prompt templates. At the policy level, prompt engineering will tie directly into AI regulation and compliance. Want a model that respects privacy laws? You'll need prompt constraints. Want transparency? You'll prompt it to explain its logic. In this future, prompts are more than input. They're strategy. They encode ethics, shape tone, and decide outcomes. We used to code machines line by line. Now we converse with them, carefully, creatively, and with intent. That's prompt engineering, not a temporary trick, but a fundamental skill for the intelligent era. And those who master it, they won't just use AI, they'll direct it.